taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Flush to his right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Makes the score Lions 21, Bears 7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On play action. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Back to throw, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Off play action. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. First down, a run with Cohen. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on 2nd and 10, Fields gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again is Fields. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. To throw is Goff. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Got some room at the 30, and finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Cohen. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now Fields on 3rd and goal. He'll buy some time right. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, check. Check Mike 21. What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Let's make these babies crawl on the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies crawl on the way back home.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, check Mike 21. Mike.
They snap it to Fields. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the end zone, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. On 1st down, it's gone. Flushed out right. Williams brings it in. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Goff now looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. From the 25 on 2nd down, Fields. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Will Harris. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Robert Foster with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.